Every time I've seen a beta, I've seen them have the same habits, mindsets, and outlook on life. So, to prevent any red-pilled newbies from falling into this loop, I combined the 15 most beta mistakes here in one video, so you can stay away from them. Here we go. 1. Thinking red pill and life in general is about women and only women. This is probably the most common mistake I have seen. It's really easy to spot. There are too many posers who come in, talk about some problem, and it's blatantly obvious that they're thirsty for women. Even more, they use TRP as an instruction manual to gain women, as if they assume TRP is some magic philosophy or mindset you adapt to get women to like you more. And it's some easy ideology that can be adapted in 15 minutes before the bell rings at school and they see their crush out in the hallway. A red pill isn't some magic ideology you apply and fix your problems overnight. It's a process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's an ongoing process. There is no end. You continue to work on yourself. You continue to get better. There is always room to improve. So if you are looking for a quick fix to woo your natus, or some kind of a shortcut to a relationship, this movement isn't for you. 2. Not lifting. Men, there is a reason why we emphasize lifting so damn much. Besides getting stronger and getting in shape and getting a better body, the natural high from testosterone racing through your body can cure a lot of problems. You'd be surprised. Had a bad day? Feel like shit? The gym can cure that. There is no excuse not to be lifting. If you can't afford it, then stop worrying about women. Go get a job so you can afford it. Get your own life in order before worrying about women, and that includes lifting. Lifting should be one of your top priorities, way ahead of women. If nothing else, lift. 3. Always return to your past. So many people ask me, "Hey, I saw my ex, what shall I do?" Or my ex texted me, do I respond, or shall I try to get back with my ex? The answer is always no. She is your ex for a reason. Either you were a beta or you messed up, and the investment required to change her view of you as a beta isn't worth it. Or you were alpha and she dumped you anyway, and therefore she isn't wife material since she is a branch swinger. Exes should always be next. Period. There are 3.5 billion other women out there. Going back to your ex is like a beta obsession. Why focus on damaged goods? 4. Getting easily offended over stupid things. These people grind my gears because it's silly. They are very common. Help, my friend is disrespecting me. What should I do? Or how do I keep my boss from showing disrespect toward me or my friends insult me? How do I stand up to them? These people grind my gears because I listen to their stories and the things they're getting offended over are really weak, low-level petty things that don't really matter. What you need to do is not care and ignore it. If your friends are picking on you or giving you a hard time, it's because you have reinforced their behavior by reacting to it in the past. If you stop reacting to it, they will stop picking on you because it's no longer fun for them. Men don't pick on confident men who hold frame. If it's your boss, tough luck. Find another job or deal with it. He is your boss, so you do what you are told. It's not worth risking your job over. Ignore them. Hold frame. Amuse mastery. It might seem that by ignoring them, you are letting them show you up and get away with it. But it's really not, because you are showing you are above it and don't care by ignoring and not entering their frame. Especially because a lot of these types are doing it to get a rise out of you and bait you into reacting. The only time you should stand up for yourself is in self-defense after being struck, as an absolute last resort. This goes for white knights too. 5. Not gaming women in person first. Gaming women via Tinder or social media or dating apps should be done as a supplement, not your main method of gaming. If you don't have your in-person game down, what makes you think you will be able to gang these women online once you meet up with them in person? Reading these posts where the posters don't gang women in person and only trying to gang them on Facebook or Tinder make me cringe because it's obvious they are too afraid to do it in person and therefore think that it will be easier behind a keyboard. All you are doing is shifting the eventual awkward disaster to when you meet up instead of the initial approach. Get your in-person game down first. On a second note, please for the love of God, Do not add women you want to game on social media until well after you have met with and interacted with them in person. Preferably, don't add them on social media at all. It's entering their frame. Make them do it. If you want to end your chances with a woman before you ever speak to her, add her on social media. One-way ticket to landing in the creep or coward box. 6. Doing drugs. If you have your life in order, have met your goals, have a lot of money in the bank, are where you want to be financially, have your retirement accounts going, have your body in the shape you want it to be, and are where you want to be career-wise, do what you want. Until then, stay away from drugs. All it does is the dose. Derail your goals, delay your goals, destroy your health, destroy your finances, and many more. It's not worth it in the long run. 7. Thinking that they have to have a girlfriend. Hey men, there is no rule that says you must have a girlfriend, or even plates. That is female thinking. This is how women think. If I don't have a boyfriend, then people will think I am an ugly loser that no man wants, and I will be alone forever. I feel like too many guys have the same mindset because they make posts about their girlfriend, and it's clear they are trying way too hard and are having to invest way too much to make it work. The best thing you can do is next a woman. If the woman is not adding value to your life and is more trouble than she is worth, don't put up with her. Next her and be free. 8. Not paying attention to red flags. I get that everyone has preferences, but there are some red flags that you just can't ignore. I love listening to dudes where the guy is talking about some girl he is gaming and says the girl is a militant feminist, or does drugs, or can't control her drinking, or has dyed rainbow-colored hair, or some kind of obvious red flag, and then wonder why things aren't working out with her. 9. Not having your own life in order. Are you unemployed? Are you broke? Are you still living with your parents? Are you recovering from addiction? Do you not have enough money for a gym membership or means of transportation to get to one? If so, stop worrying about women and focus on yourself first. Once you get your life together and in order, then worry about women. All women will do is delay you from getting yourself together. They can wait. 10. Not valuing your time. This is common in everyone's life, where you meet a guy who asks what went wrong. He starts wondering why she didn't sleep with him or want to go out with him again or whatever. Often in these stories, I see something along the lines of we texted all day, or we met at the coffee shop and talked to each other for hours. Do you not value your time? Talking to a woman for hours without any escalation is basically saying, here I am, your emotional tampon to her. All you will do is dry her up and give her the green light to dump everything on you and turn you into an orbiter because you talked to her for hours without any kind of escalation. Escalate early, escalate often. Don't be the chump who texts or talks to women for hours upon end without escalating. That is what orbiters are for. Don't be an orbiter. 11. Cohabitating. This is a basic iron rule that needs no explanation. Do not live with women you aren't married to or are planning to marry within 6 months. Period. Yes, you have a choice. If you are living with your girlfriend because you are broke and can't afford your own place, go back up to point number 9, that is get your life in order. 12. Putting up with masculine behavior. Is your girl someone who goes out and gets blackout drunk every weekend? Can she control her drinking? Does she get way too wild when she goes out? Does she do drugs? Does she get into verbal fights with other women, specifically strangers, when she is out? These are all masculine behaviors and therefore should eliminate her from wife material. Again, 3.5 billion women out there. Find one who doesn't behave like that. 13. Not being direct when arranging meetup logistics with women. I made a post about this a couple weeks ago. Do not ask women out. Do not ask them what time works for them or when they are free. Basically, do not put the ball in the woman's court when it comes to logistics. You are a busy man with a lot of things going on in your life. Therefore, you dictate the time and place and simply tell her to come along for the ride to join you. If not, oh well, you still went out and had a good time and did whatever it was you did. Practice independence as a man. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to create more content for you. See you next time. Cheers.